Welcome back to Testimonial, Wisconsin. I'm here with
Sophia.
and we are going to do a first-time Tesla. Have you ever been in an electric car before?
No.
And you are in high school, correct?
Yes.
You do not have your driver's permit. You do not have your driver's license, but you have your temp permit,
Yeah.
correct? So you are learning to drive. You feel confident behind the wheel, not in this car because you've never been. It makes you nervous.
Yeah.
But you do know how to drive just in case we have to take over, right?
Yes.
On a day-to-day basis, what kind of driving do you typically do?
We just normally drive around town. I think the farthest I gone was to North High, and then coming back home.
Okay, so
that's about it.
you go to school, you go to another school.
Yeah.
You said before sometimes you visit your friends.
Yes.
Go to the beach. So, let's go for a cruise. We'll go to school first.
Okay.
We have all the navigation preset before we started recording the video. At this point, all you have to do is hit the start self-driving button.
Okay.
One thing I actually just remembered, I forgot to tell you. This camera is watching you.
Okay.
So you don't have to stare all the time out the front windshield.
Mm-hmm.
You can look around. You have a little bit of a grace period. But if you do look too long out of like a side window and not the front, it'll start yelling at you on the screen.
Oh, okay.
So that was just an FYI to you. Now, just hit the start self-driving button and you're along for the ride.
Whoa. This is cool.
It's interesting because you're part of a new generation who is learning to drive at the same time that self-driving is coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is new.
This is cool. Whoa. Oh my god. I've always seen these on like social media, but then I never like really believed that it would be like this.
Right. A lot of times people feel like it's fake
Yeah.
or edited for the internet or television.
Yeah.
And people don't know truly how good these cars are, self-driving is.
This is cool.
It's weird, right?
Yeah, I never imagined myself like in one. I just seen it and I was like, whoa, what the heck?
It'll do everything for you. It's braking, just being cautious
Yeah.
for the train tracks. So everything you see on the screen here is kind of what the car's seeing. So you'll see cars, you'll see the stop sign, you'll see the medians, parked cars, the blind spot blinker. So as the blinker goes on, it's showing you what's in your blind spot. Comes to a complete stop for you.
Whoa. I can brag about being in a Tesla now.
Right? You did a self-driving car. Yeah. So like there's another Tesla.
Whoa.
It's also a newer one. So all Teslas have some level of this ability, but obviously newer ones do it better than older ones.
This is so cool.
Yeah. It makes your day-to-day life much easier because you're not stressed thinking about, I don't know, it gives you more time to think and it gives you more time to relax. I actually get less tired driving because the car takes over a lot of it. So it'll pull into the school. It looks like it's going to the far entrance.
Whoa.
Why it's choosing to do that, I don't know. But that would be an instance we talked about before that you could take over. No need to, though. It'll see this car, so this car is coming. You see on the screen here?
Yeah. Whoa.
And it should park itself. It should come in. It's scanning the parking lot for parking spaces. And if you don't care where the car parks, it will just park itself. Otherwise, yep, there you go. It's going to find its own parking space.
Whoa. Wait, that's so cool.
Comes in and parks. You see this little circle button on the steering wheel?
Yeah.
That is your camera. So if you touch that, it thinks you're done driving. This is why we set the seating position. So hit the brake pedal and it'll go back to where you wanted it. There you go. So now it knows that we're ready to go. Yeah. So because the car has what's called predictive shifting.
Yeah.
So it came to a park, we hit the brake, it thinks we want to drive again. So it automatically shifted it into reverse for you. So I'm going to hold the park button to put it back in park. But I was just going to show you, if you hit this little circle,
This one?
yep, it turns on all your cameras.
Whoa.
So you can check your parking space, so you can see where you are with the lines, and then you front, side, and then you can flick it and look at your rear camera as well. So,
Whoa.
and then to get rid of it, you can either press the button or swipe the screen away, just like you would a tablet. Grab like, you see the little bar there? So grab that and there you go.
Whoa.
So we already have another destination in. So right now you can just hit start self-driving again. And now it'll continue on with the 3-location road trip we had planned.
That's so cool. What the heck?
Convenient, right?
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, obviously self-driving is just going to become more and more prevalent. Is your generation going to be the last generation that has to learn how to drive?
Oh.
Maybe, maybe not. I'm not saying it is.
Yeah.
For all I know, physical people driving could be around for a lot longer. But with this level of autonomy and ease, it makes you wonder how much longer people will be driving themselves.
Yeah. Oh, I never like thought about that. But hear you say it sounds like you just want to think about it more.
Yeah, you could be the last group that has to learn.
Yeah.
Not just your age, but your generation. I have a theory, in my opinion, that it's not going to be very quick, but in my lifetime. So over the next 60 years, no, that's way too, 40 years. Over the next 40 years, I would be surprised if they don't start making it illegal for people to drive. Now, I don't think it's going to happen in the next 10 or 20. I think somewhere between 30 and 40, because self-driving, every car company's working on it.
Yeah.
And it's so amazing already. And the reason why I think it might be, I don't want it to be illegal. I like driving physically, personally, so I don't want driving to become illegal. But these cars are already proving statistically to be way safer. And it's just getting better every week, every year. So at some point, when we have enough of these in the market and the stats have been out for decades, I could see them saying it's unsafe for people to drive.
Yeah.
So we have a car coming on your left. It's creeping forward, just like a person would, to kind of look around the corners better. And now we're off.
Whoa.
When you first get behind the wheel and it does that creep forward, it makes people nervous because it makes you think it's going when a car's coming. But it's just helping itself see around the corner.
So cool. Does the car have cameras like all around?
Yeah, there are 9 cameras on the car.
Oh.
So they are all looking and talking and thinking at all the time. So even if there's a car flying up behind you, it's braking because that guy was coming up to the stop sign, so it's being cautious. It's paying attention better than we are, and it's thinking faster than we can.
Yeah.
So it's not infallible. These cars can make mistakes because it's still new technology.
Yeah.
But I have not had any dangerous mistakes so far for me. I know online people have talked about some weird mistakes, and I believe that exists, but statistically these things are doing amazing.
Yeah.
The main camera that's doing the majority of the thinking and driving is behind the rearview mirror. There's a series of cameras right there, and it's doing, when you go outside the car and look back there, you can see the lenses, and they're doing a lot of scanning, thinking, but they're on the sides, they're behind us, they're all over the place. It sees the people and the walkers.
Like, this is cool. It like sees everything.
It's very cool.
Whoa.
I'm excited for the graphics to improve because I want to see dogs on it. Oh, there's a dog. There was a dog. It was real short, but it was a dog. But they keep talking that these graphics are about to be upgraded real soon. Because the hardware, I don't know if you're familiar with just hardware, software in general, but the software in these cars is capable of much more than we have right now. So that's why there's been a lot of leaks that there's going to be a big graphics update real soon, that the hardware will start to match more of the software. But if people, you can drive with the screen split if you want to see navigation and this, but I usually just drive like this.
So cool. I like it.
How do you think this would impact you on a day-to-day if you had a car like this?
I don't know, honestly, because like right now I don't have like my actual license yet, so like I can't really like imagine how it would be like with this. But then I feel like once I get used to driving and once I get my license, maybe it would help in like some way. Like for right now, you can like look around and you don't have to worry too much about a car coming and stuff like that. But then, like, since like I don't have my license, I can't really imagine like this technology already. It's just cool and it amazes me, I guess.
Yeah, you can hit the brake again. It does that for convenience, just to help you get out every time. You can see, so this is your shifter, by the way. You know, some cars have the shifter down here, some older cars have the shifter on the steering column. New Teslas have it right here on the screen. So when I hit and hold P for park, that's going to go away. But when you press the brake, that comes back up. So forward is drive, swipe down, and that's reverse. Then I can tap and hold, and that puts it into park.
Whoa.
So that's the shift. Older Teslas do have a shifter up here. This is one of the newer things where they got rid of it.
Dang.
Do you think, as a young person learning to drive, would you want a self-driving car or no? You want to drive, you want a regular car. What would make you happy coming in as a young person?
I feel like everybody should start like driving themselves manually before getting like an electric car. And since I've seen like my parents, for example, drive a car like with their hands and stuff, I feel like that's what I'm normally used to seeing. So for me personally, I wouldn't want to get an electric car. Plus, it's expensive, so that would be a reason why. But I think learning how to drive by yourself would be more useful than getting an electric car to drive for you right away.
Makes sense. It's a very mature response. I think it is important for people to learn how to drive before they get a self-driving car, in case they want to start over or take over and start driving. So it would be important. You can hit the start self-driving button again, and it will take us home.
But everything about this is really cool because, like, you've seen it all over social media, and then you would like imagine yourself being in one, but then like you wouldn't really think you would be in one. So like being in one now, it's really cool.
It's kind of neat, right?
Yeah.
We take this thing everywhere. We go to Milwaukee and Chicago, and we go all over the place with this thing, and it does all the driving for us. Takes us to the malls in Milwaukee, and this is a rough road. And there's people in front of us. What are they doing? Okay, they're going around. They ran out of gas. So you see, it figured out that they're not driving.
Yeah.
It pulled around next to them, even though they're stuck in the road. Oh, he went to the gas station, bought a jug of water, filled it with gas, and went across the street to refill his gas tank. That's funny. Side note, that will only work for a short period of time because gasoline will eat the plastic in a water bottle. So if you put gas in a water bottle, it'll only hold it for a bit before it eats through it. That's why gas cans are made out of special either metals or plastics, so it doesn't eat through it.
I never knew that.
Wow. Just an FYI. This could be the future. Right now, Tesla is Tesla's producing new cars that have no steering wheel.
How would that work?
Yes. You tell the car where you want to go, and it will take you with no steering wheel, no gas, no brake.
Whoa, what the heck?
Yep. They're not for sale yet.
Yeah.
But they will start off by becoming taxis. So Tesla's producing them as only taxis. But theoretically, you and I could buy them, and then you could make money off of that. But that is the projection of the future, is as the self-driving gets better and better and better and better, you could theoretically start buying regular everyday cars with no steering wheel, no gas, no brake.
Whoa.
You just get in it and say, hey. And when I'm driving, you saw me type in all the navigation into here, but this speaker button is your voice command. So when I use this thing on an everyday basis, I get in the car and I touch the button, I say, take me to work, or take me home, or take me to the grocery store. I just touch it, tell it where I want to go, and the car does it.
That's so cool.
Quick and easy use. People in the road. So if they would have stayed in the road, the car would have slowed down, but you can see it's moving over to give them space, just like you would when you're learning how to drive. These tight spaces make me nervous even as a driver, but the car knows if it can fit or not. Makes your daily run around pretty easy. But as a new driver, you're not too nervous. You seem pretty relaxed.
Yeah, because it's just like I'm having fun right now, even if I'm not doing anything. It's just fascinating because it's driving by itself.
Yeah.
And you can like look around.
You do see more stuff, especially when I leave town. I'm used to always driving, and you get to look around a lot more. What do you think about your peers? Do you think your friends would like things like this? Do you think it's cool? Do you think this will not be something that catches on? What do you think people your age would think about this?
I feel like for some, they would want one to like, so that they don't have to manually do it themselves. But then I always say, like with my friends, they will probably react the same way that I am right now. They would just find it cool and fascinating, but then like never really imagine like getting to be in one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think. But then I feel like if I'm thinking outside of like more people around my age, I feel like since, like you said, the new technology is coming out and everything, they would want one to see how it goes. And yeah, stuff like that.
You see the stoplights?
Yeah.
So even if they're yellow, green at a regular stoplight, all that appears on here. No, that's a very neat response. So pretty standard. Some of your friends or some of the people your age you think would want one. Yeah. Some of them do want to learn how to drive themselves. There's an interesting thought experiment about a future where you could use a car. Let's say you're 12 and you need to go to school or you need to go someplace. If self-driving cars became unsupervised, so right now there has to be someone in the seat for this car to do this.
Yeah.
If I was in the back seat and no one was in the front, the car wouldn't do this. But there is a future where that will be possible, where you don't need anyone in the front seat. You could get in the back and say, take me to school. So how neat would it be in the future if you want to go to school and your parents are at work or they're busy or they're doing something and you're allowed to do this? You could get in the car alone and say, hey, take me to school. And you don't have to wait for people. The car would just go.
That would be cool. But then I feel like I would be too scared to just be in the car by myself without someone with me.
It'll take a shift in society. Once the technology's proven safe and it's able to do that, our comfort levels will have to change over time. Because Ong and I were even talking about the fact that when you're allowed to sit in the back with no one in the front, would you feel comfortable to like sleep in the back on the road trip to Milwaukee or Chicago? And even though I trust this technology so much, I wouldn't do that yet.
Yeah. I feel like I wouldn't either.
But, you know, when this has been around for 10, 20 years and you're used to it, it's just regular life. No one's driving. I think people will get to that level of comfort where, why wouldn't you rest in it? You know what I mean? Yeah. Someone would be like, why wouldn't you sleep in the car? Of course it drives. There's no accidents anymore. Theoretically.
That would be cool, though, if you could just sleep in the back and have the car drive itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but then, like, if you think about it, like, as of right now, I feel like some people might be too scared to do that.
I think most people would be too scared to do that. I love this, and I'd be too scared to do that. From a driving standpoint, do you feel like the car is smooth, comfortable? Is it kind of jerky? How do you feel like the self-driving works?
It feels like an actual person is driving it. So, like, I don't know if you feel scared anymore. Because in the beginning, I was kind of, like, I guess, skeptical to see how it would work. But then, like, now that I'm in it, it's just cool.
Feels like a person.
Yeah, it feels like a person is driving it by itself.
Yeah, it's a combination of coding and an AI. Yeah, it's going to park in the street. I made a mistake. So right here, it says standard and park. You can click on this, and I could choose driveway, and it would have parked in your driveway. But I forgot to press that. Hit the brake. I'm curious what happens if I do it now. So if I go to navigation, recent, and I do the most recent one and hit start self-driving, let's see if it will pull in the driveway now that I have it set to driveway. There we go. So it would have done that from the beginning.
Yeah.
But I made that mistake. I had it set on just street parking. So yeah, there are more settings in here and things you can do. And then it parks. And even though it didn't, oh, there you go. I was gonna say it put your seat back. But if you're still in drive and then all of a sudden you take off your seatbelt, don't do it yet, it would also do this.
Okay.
But the reason it does this is to make it as easy as possible to get in and out of the car. So any final thoughts on the self-driving car? it's cool. Feel the whole.
The only word that comes out is cool. But then I feel like since I'm still new, I wouldn't want to be or like drive this car firstly.
Mm-hmm.
But then like everything else about it is very cool. It's very fascinating. Like I said it multiple times already, but then like seeing it on social media and then being in it now is just very different, because once you see it on social media, you would be skeptical about it, of course, because I was, especially, I didn't believe it at first, but then now being in it, it's just wow.
Yeah, it's really different being behind the wheel. It's also different from like if you were in the passenger seat versus being behind the wheel.
Yeah.
You really feel it when you're in the driver's seat.
It's just cool. I like it.
Well, I'm glad. Thank you for doing it with me. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Thank you.